Well, good morning. I'm in the village of Wentworth in South Yorkshire, and I'm just going to go for a little walk around the village, end up in the garden centre, and hopefully they've got lots of Christmas things on show so we can have a little look at that. I'll try and walk past the big house, but we're just going to take it as we go and see where we end up. So as I said, this is the village of Wentworth, and that's the car park. It's a lovely little village in South Yorkshire. It actually comes under Rotherham, which, if you know Rotherham, you'd never think this was part of it. It's one of the Earls' villages. It's connected with Wentworth Woodhouse. It's on the Wentworth estate. And as we go through the village, you'll notice that all the houses and all the buildings have a certain coloured door, and they all have to have the same door. That looks like that's the village tea rooms. Some lovely little cottages there. Now this is used as a bit of a rat run now. Years ago it would have been a lot quieter obviously, but people use it to go to work. So just around the corner, this is called Paradise Square, and it's the most gorgeous set of little cottages that you could wish to see. Isn't that just beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, it'd be lovely to live there, but I think at this time of the year probably quite cold. You'd need lots of wood on your fire or very good central heating. And they've got an old telephone box which is now a defibrillator, and it looks like there's a stained glass workshop there as well. Now there's a couple of that's a nice little lane. Now there is a couple of pubs in Wentworth. One is called the Rockingham Arms, which is just the other way from where I've walked, and we'll go past that later. And there's one just up here, and I'm not can't remember what it's called. I've only ever been in there once. Now just look, everywhere you go it's just beautiful. Now I really do think that you can't really go any further than this, but isn't that just lovely? Right, carry on going down. Yeah, it is a private road and it is residents access only, so we couldn't have gone anywhere. So like all villages, it has a local store, and I think the pub is near enough opposite the store. But see, look at all the stonework. Isn't it just gorgeous? And here's the other pub, and it's actually called the Georgian Dragon. So that's one of the local pubs, Georgian Dragon, and there's a wine shop there, wines, and some more little cottages. Looks like there's a hairdresser's as well, and a florist, and some more little cottages up there. It's not till you walk along the high street of these places But you see all the side shoots to them. I mean, it's a beautiful place to live. It really is a beautiful place to live. Right. It's not a big place, Wentworth, but it's got a massive stately home, one of the largest in Europe, and it's got two fantastic churches, which I'm just going to walk up here now. Now, the church ahead of you is Wentworth New Holy Trinity Church that was built in Victorian times, and I have done a separate video to that, and I've also done a separate video which is also on YouTube if you want to watch it, of Wentworth Holy Trinity Old Church, which is up here at the end and just to the right. And look at it, it's autumn, well, we're coming into winter now, and all the leaves are off, and it's a very cold day. It's about 3 degrees at the moment, and I don't think it's going to warm up much, to tell the truth. So it's really a day to wrap up warm. So that's that. So, as I said, down here is Holy Trinity Old Church. It just gives you a layout of the village, really. And it's just in there. As I said, I've done a separate video on that, and you'll find it on YouTube on our channel Travels Around Britain. Beautiful church. And then opposite that you have the little primary school. I think there must be an activity on the church today. There seems to be an awful lot of people arriving to go to the church now. It's a lovely big old house there. So now we're leaving the high street and we're going up the side. There's a little side road, which is quite quaint. And there's all these sort of buildings all over the place that just depicts the age of the actual village. Takes you towards Wentworth Woodhouse, which, as I said, is the big stately home, and that was a Wesleyan chapel built in 1834 that obviously is now someone's home. As I said, it's a really cold morning this morning. I've got my scarf on, I've got my big coat on, but it's still cold. But it's beautiful, the sun's out, and we're mid-November now, so we've got to make the best of the weather that's coming. But it's a beautiful day, just a little bit cold, but I can cope with that. So that says estate office. It's the main, oh yeah, that's the estate office for Wentworth. So I wondered where that was. I thought maybe it was at the main house, but obviously not. And there's a lovely little house next door as well. But isn't that gorgeous, the round house? So when I get home, I'll have a look and see what that actually was, because I really don't know myself. But it really is a beautiful little building, and what a quaint place to live. How exciting. And this is waterlogged, left over from all the rain we've had recently and storms. So that's one of the fields that's just a little bit waterlogged and boggy. This is another very quaint building here. Look how lovely that is. Just looks so picturesque. And probably one of my favourite buildings in the village would have to be the gorgeous little post office. Look how cute that is. Isn't that just adorable? Absolutely. And that is the other pub in the village called the Rockingham Arms, which is a beautiful pub, but it's been refurbished at the moment. It's a lovely little pub. Right, lovely little pub there, but as I say, been refurbished. And this is the little outdoor area that you can sit in. In the summertime it's a really nice place to have a drink and a bite to eat. Well, let's hope it won't be too long before that pub reopens. So it's a pretty quiet day so far, but then again, I'm here nice and early. So let's just see. I've heard a lot about this, the Bothy at Wentworth, so I'm going to see if I can get myself a little table and go in here for some breakfast. So I'm in the Bothy at Wentworth and just ordered myself some breakfast and a lovely hot chocolate and a bacon and egg butty. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's very special in here. It's a beautiful place, well worth a visit. Well, that was a lovely cup of hot chocolate, I must admit. Really, really nice, really creamy, really chocolatey. Oh, could have gone for a second, but those calories not advisable really. So I'm just going to have a look inside and see what Christmas things they've got. This is a nice little shop, lots of bags, really nice. It's a lovely little shop. Walk around Wentworth. It's a lovely little village. It's one you never tire of. You've got the house, you've got the church, you've got the garden centre, you've got the parkland, there's an antique centre. There's so much to have a look around. So I'm heading back to the car now though. I just want to show you that building. And that building is the stables for the house. It looks big enough to be the house just on its own, doesn't it? But it's just the stables. They're actually renovating that now, so hopefully sometime in the future that will be open to the public. But there, it's a magnificent building. Anyway, I'm nearly back to the car and I'll speak to you all soon another time. And if I'm honest, no walk to Wentworth is really a walk to Wentworth without walking past the house. It really is one of those places that you just have to look at all the time. Absolutely amazing house and property. Beautiful inside, beautiful outside.